Good afternoon. I stand before you with a broken heart, exhausted and irritated. I stand before you as an African American man who has raised 4 beautiful children. My 2 sons are behind me, 7 grandchildren. All of my family is doing well because we raised them accordingly. But here we are, 246 years of slavery. When the Emancipation Proclamation was signed and the 13th Amendment ridded us of slavery, here we are another 155 years still crying out against injustice, crying out against racism, and understanding that justice in America is still not colorblind. Brothers and sisters, we've come to the place where we have to do more than talk. We need action. We need change. We're dealing with a systemic system that is broken from its very root. The first thing we have to do is understand that we have been taught so many times as we look at our white brothers and sisters, and I thank you for raising that issue, as we need to understand that our white brothers and sisters must step to the plate. And our white evangelicals, and stand up in your pulpits and cry out against racism. Cry out against injustice. So what if it costs you some money? So what if it costs you some fame? You have the voice. This is your country. You brought us here and we built it, and you didn't even thank us. I saw a sign over there that said, "Quiet white voices kill." And it's time for you to open your mouth and declare that we're not taking any more of this. We want to thank you for being here, but the problem is our white brothers and sisters have been taught to feel inferior. And our brothers and sisters, black brothers and sisters, have been taught to feel inferior. But we've got to realize that the Bible that I read teaches we were all born from the dust of the dirt. You're just a lump of dirt. And your dirt is not better than my dirt. I am somebody. I am significant. The Bible I read, when God made R.C. Witherspoon, he said, "It is good." And I can understand that I'm fearfully and wonderfully made. So all my black brothers and sisters, don't let anybody tell you you have to have diabetes. Don't let anybody tell you you have to have high blood pressure. They keep giving us the negative narrative that there are more black men in prison than in the universities, and we found that's not even true, and that black men don't take care of their family. So you say I am, so I become. If you keep telling me what I am not, I'll begin to believe it. But it's time for us to look in the mirror and like what we see and declare that I am somebody. I am significant. I am important. I don't care what you think about me. I know who God said I am. And I'm walking with my head up high. I'm walking with my chest out wide. And you will respect me because I'm a child of God. So it's time for every child of God to throw arms around one another. It's time for us to tell those powers that be that we're not taking it anymore. It's time for us to tell the powers that be that you're going to have to fix this broken system. The Civil War was about people who were tired of being tired, who were tired of being in bondage. And I want all of us to step together and stand together and declare to America that if we're going to be great, all of us have to be great. All of us have to love one another. All of us have to respect one another. All of us are important. All of us are significant. You don't get a right to kill a man because you think you can get away with it. And that's why our justice system has to make an example out of these 4 officers and let the message go out. You don't get to kill. Black folk can get away with it. We are God's children, and we ain't taking it no more.